Kristi Noem and her dog. I didn't know that she brought up in the book the quote, "Commander, say hello to Cricket," as she was talking about also Biden's dog has attacked 24 Secret Service people, which we've heard about. But I thought it was funny. So she was on Face the Nation, and she says, "quote So how many people is enough people to be attacked and dangerously hurt before you make a decision on a dog and what to do with it?" I just think it's funny that she's like, she's just she's just putting it back on Biden with his dog. Like, oh, maybe his dog should be dead too. I don't know. I just think it's a funny story, even though look, a dog dying is not funny, but everything about this story is funny. I really, the more I think about it, and we put our little video out yesterday. It's doing very well on our channel. Just the clip. I can't believe just how dumb she was to bring this up, to self sabotage her career in this way. I mean, her trajectory was probably VP, maybe president down the road. It's insane. This is such an unforced error, to use a tennis term. And I just think it's hilarious now that, we do this all the time, and I rail against it. I hate whataboutism. I hate both sidesism. I bring it up sometimes because I do feel like I need to leave my brain and I need to put myself in other people's brain to understand why they think a different way. But I find it hilarious that she's both sidesing the dog killing now. And right and trying to say, oh, Biden should have killed his dog, basically. It's hilarious.
Right. She's like appealing to our tribalism of like, well, if we kill Biden's dog, then that makes it okay. This crash and burn with her is just I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen anyone derail their political career this quickly for what is such an unforced error. This wasn't like like Gary Hart, I guess if you go back a long way in the 80s, he was running for president and people thought he might be able to win the Democratic nomination, and stories came out about his infidelity and his career was tanked. But that was outside people reporting on something. This is her acknowledging something, and then it would have been bad. Like she was pretty much done after the acknowledgement. But what is even worse, or what really has sunk her, is her complete inability and just ridiculous attempts to try to explain it away. And it's brought out even more stuff about her. Like, for instance, in this interview she did on Face the Nation on CBS, not only did she essentially call for the killing of Biden's dog Commander who bit Secret Service agents, which I mean, think about that. Like, your people are attacking you because you killed a dog and admitted it. And so your defense is, well, yeah, we should just kill Biden's dog because it's dangerous too. Like essentially doubling down on the dog killing. I don't know who gave her that advice, but also in that interview, that wasn't even the most disturbing part of the interview. The most disturbing part was she had apparently in her book, which has yet to be released, but obviously some media outlets got advanced copies. She had an anecdote about meeting Kim Jong-un and staring him down because she knew how to deal with tyrants. That's been taken out of the book now, and it won't be in the final copy because it is unclear, to say the least, if she ever even met Kim Jong-un. When they asked her on the show, she admitted that excerpt shouldn't have been in the book. It should have been taken out, but she wouldn't say if she actually met him or not. She said, I'm not going to get into my meetings with world leaders. So, I mean, which just shows you, let's be honest, a ghostwriter probably wrote, most of this book, which that would not make her unique. Biden had a ghostwriter for his book that came out in her report. So I don't want to shit on her for having a ghostwriter, but that's a pretty big fucking detail, right? Whether you met Kim Jong-un or not, and you're going to write about that and brag about staring him down like you're some badass, when you had then to take it out of your book and now you won't even admit if you met the guy. I mean, she is a disaster. And from a Trump perspective, thank God this came out now, because could you imagine with all the baggage he's already got, if he would have picked her and then this came out, maybe even like around the time of the convention, when you want the media attention to be all positive, and maybe this comes out convention week, and now this is all the media is talking about, it would have been a total clusterfuck. So in that regard, the timing worked out really well that her career has been sunk now. But yeah, I'm amazed by how inept and incompetent she has been. I really am. I mean, it's really stunning.
You mentioned the advanced copies. So So Kristi Noem's going to take the part out about Kim Jong Un. I wonder, is she going to take the cricket part out? That'd be funny if she just deletes that chapter and just re-releases it as if it never happened. That would be hilarious.
And apparently she has another chapter in there about killing another farm animal. I'm like, what is this woman? I don't know what this woman was thinking that people are going to be like, you like to kill animals. Cool. And again, I want to be clear. I didn't grow up on a farm. I know that sometimes things have to be done. I understand that for a long time, people didn't take their dog to the vet when they got old to be euthanized. You took a long walk with the dog. I get it. Okay. But that was not the case with Cricket, who, God rest her soul, was only 14 months old.
Yeah, I think she was going Old Yeller. I think she thought there was some, and I feel like I read Old Yeller, like, what am I, 42, probably 30 whatever years ago. But I feel like there was that folksy, sad story of Old Yeller, and it was a story about life and death, right? I think she was going that route.
Right.
She maybe thought she would get kind of some of that juju, and it totally just backfired.